Hello, it's me, Shawn. And today I'm going to be talking about Sirui's Anamorphic Prime Lenses. Now I only have two of them with me today. There is a third one that's been announced. So the ones that I have are the 35, the 50, and the one that has not come out yet, which I do not have, is the 24mm. The 35 and the 50 are f1.8, both of them. The 24mm is a 2.8 f number. It's a wider lens, so you kind of expect that. All three of them are fully manual, so there's no auto-focusing, there's no changing the aperture through the camera or anything. It's all fully manual. You've got a very smooth focus ring and a very smooth aperture ring. The native mounting option for these lenses is the micro 4/3 mount. So that will go on Panasonic cameras like the GH5, for instance, but it will also go on the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera. It'll also go on the Z-Cam, and it'll go on Olympus cameras as well. But if those aren't the cameras that you're using, you can get adapter rings for E-mount, EFM, X-mount for Fuji, or Z-mount for Nikon. So that's a lot of cameras covered that you can get these lenses for straight away. For my test footage, I used a Lumix S5 and a Lumix S1H. That's right, I got both. But I just want you to know these lenses don't go up to full frame. They do only go up to Super 35/APS-C. They're basically the same thing. It's just Super 35 is more of a video term and APS-C is more of a photography term. I mean, the sensors, I guess, literally side by side, they're slightly different. Here's a diagram. That's the difference. And what that does mean is that since I was using the S5 and the S1H, which are full frame cameras, I did have to go into the menu settings and I had to change that sensor size from full frame down to Super 35 for the S1H and APS-C for the S5. And then away I went. I mean, if you do leave them on full frame, then you do get a very obvious vignetting. I'm pretty sure you're not going to want that. Another thing to note is that all of the cameras that have these mounts on them, that these lenses fit onto, they all shoot in 16:9, which is 1080 by 1920 if you're talking HD. And with these being anamorphic, this is a 2.4:1 widescreen aspect ratio. So we're not talking 16:9, we're talking wider. So what basically that looks like on your camera when you're filming straight away is that you'll see that your image is a little bit stretched upwards or squeezed in at the sides a little bit. So if you want to preview it as desqueezed, which is what it's going to look like in your final result, then for the S5, GH5 and S1H, if you're using those, you do have an anamorphic preview setting for that. So you just need to navigate to that through your menu system. Then you click on that and then it'll give you a list of different options. And basically the option that you want is the one that matches what it says on the front of the Sirui lenses, which is 1.33 times. And then there you go, that's desqueezed for you. That is only a preview, so that's not what will be coming out of the camera. What will be coming out of the camera is what you initially saw prior. So the squeezed image. This is just to give you a rough idea of what you're getting from your picture. And also if you've got clients or anyone else who wants to look at it and go, that's what it looks like, cool. Or at least you hope they'd say that. But now you say shot everything and you've got it in the edit and now you're like, okay, I need to desqueeze it now. How do I desqueeze it? Well, if you're in Premiere Pro, all you need to do is go to your project bin where all your footage is, and you just want to right click on your footage. You can highlight them all at the same time if you want to, or you can do them one by one if you're crazy. You want to right click on it and then you want to go to modify, and then you want to go to interpret footage. And then you want to go to pixel aspect ratio. You want to click on the custom and then go to the drop down. And then in that drop down, you've got anamorphic 1.33333. Click on that one and then your footage will be instantly desqueezed for you. It doesn't matter if you've already clipped it up and put it on the timeline. Whatever's in that bin, whatever you've modified, it will translate across and everything will work, which is good. We like easy. Overall impressions of these lenses is that they're beautiful. The image that comes out of them is very crisp and very sharp. I've never worked with anamorphic personally before, so to see what that looks like when you're actually doing it yourself, you really do get that kind of Martin Scorsese or J.J. Abrams, Hollywood look to the image when you're shooting an anamorphic. The tricky thing for that, however, is that the minimum focus distance is quite far away. So, you know, I installed a new GPU into my computer. I was just doing some filming with it to test out the lenses as I did all that. Something to do. Opening up my computer, you know, there's a lot of small parts in there that would look really good with some, you know, extreme close-ups and sweeping across the motherboards and all that. But due to the nature of these lenses not having that minimum focus distance, I just couldn't accomplish those kinds of shots. It's not a deal breaker for me anyway. I can always use a different lens for that. Just because you're working with anamorphics for one particular project does not mean you can't just switch it up in a cheeky way. Get a spherical lens like a macro on there or something and just letterbox it in post or crop it however you like. I kind of want the set of 3. I'd love to see what the 24 looks like. The test footage that's available online that Sirui have produced looks amazing. So I'd love to get my hands on these again and try them out again. Maybe in the summer when we've got a little bit of sun out and the trees have some leaves on them. The only way it could get better is if they make it a set of 5 and include an 85 and 135 to the mix as well, because then you've pretty much got everything that you need to get every different type of focal range that you want. Maybe an 18. But yeah, if you like this video, then obviously leave us a like and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We make loads of content about loads of different products, top tips videos, all that kind of stuff. So be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on anything. And if you have any questions about the Sirui lenses at all, then you can always send us an email or give us a call, speak to our expert staff in the Pro Video team, or alternatively you can leave a comment down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can with all the information that I have that I can give to you. And as always, everybody, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for your time and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.